The promise of microfinance is one of empowerment, empowering low-income women and men through access to credit to invest and grow their businesses, provide for their families, and support their communities. Women's World Banking believes there's another aspect to that promise of empowerment, empowering women staff and managers to become leaders. WWB's Women's Leadership Program was launched in 2006 with the express purpose of building the next generation of women leaders in microfinance. In partnership with the internationally renowned Wharton School of Business, WWB offers an annual leadership course designed for women professionals, the first of its kind in microfinance. WWB augments the classroom experience for these women leaders with access to peer-to-peer exchanges, coaching, and mentoring. In December 2008, WWB organized an exchange for program graduates from its African network members to visit microfinance leaders in Kenya and Ethiopia. At the end of the 5 days, the women gathered to speak about their experience and reflect on their journey as leaders.
I want to be a very good leader in the future, that I'll be a role model for the others.
I want to be at the top. I want to be there. I want people to respect me. I want to be known as the best. I believe that tomorrow I should be leading a company as a woman. And after maybe playing my role in society, I should move on to become an employer.
One, I aspire to be, at least one time, to be a CEO of one of the institutions because I think I have the competence. I also aspire to see myself make some good money.
I'm seeing myself as the next CEO of Kenya Women Finance Trust. I know it's a tough objective to have, but I'm determined and I'm going to achieve it.
I would like to, maybe by the time I leave the institution, the Uganda Finance Trust, to have seen through some of these recommendations that we're making, for example, to ensure that the women numbers grow.
I'm the only girl child who is educated in our family. They think that if you are educated, maybe you'll become a bad girl or something like that. So they don't prefer girls to go to school. So I see that we have to do something about it.
The parents in Kenya particularly used to believe so much in boy children. Until now, though recently that has gone, that has reduced a bit, but during that time they used to believe so much on the boy children, such that when we were being brought up, my parents were a bit dissatisfied that they have girl children, but with time they accepted and they moved on well, and they had an opportunity to give us, they gave us an opportunity to go to school well, and we didn't have any problem.
I told my father that I would like to go to school because when everybody go to school, I'll be lonely there. So they don't want me to go, but I just force. I say I must go. In Gambia, our president is giving all the girls in the provinces free education. For me, I see that I must do something because in that village, I can say very few are educated up to a higher level.
During the war, there was a lot of rape in the country, especially my area. So we needed to be protected as girls, so we were forced to put on trousers and put on baggy t-shirts so that the soldiers don't have to identify you as a girl. I find that one as being one of the challenges.
Culturally, women in my country do not, it's not encouraged that they leave their husband and go and work and leave the family. So either they have to move with the young family and leave the husband behind, or they have to leave the job.
All through my life as a child, I had one uncle who had a big career as a banker, and I used to love him the way he was a banker. He used to drive a nice vehicle, and when he would come to our home, I would admire his life. So that motivated me. When I went to university, I picked economics, and I knew with economics somehow I end up in the banking sector.
Ujambo. Minaitwa Harriet Magomu. Nifanya kazi na Uganda Finance Trust. When I started working, I started out with private firms. I went and worked for a very good company. It was very comfortable. And that made me very uncomfortable because I wanted to work for an organization that is profit-driven and yet also contributing to the well-being and welfare of the masses.
I want to appreciate from them how they have managed to be able to pay on time and how they have been able to progress. I can't say that I had a passion for microfinance because I did not know what it was. But by the first few months, I developed a passion for microfinance. Why? It had this rural setting. It would remind me of my mother, whatever she used to do, the kind of women we used to handle in the groups. So I handled them as if I was handling my own mother. And they loved me so much. So in my career in microfinance, I've seen myself grow from the level of a credit officer to a senior manager. And that one gave me a lot of confidence that I knew what I was doing, otherwise I wouldn't have grown in the profession.
I didn't start at a CEO. I didn't start as a CEO of Kenya Women Finance Trust. I was born to a very poor, rural, peasant family.
Now, before I attended the Women Leadership Workshop, I didn't really count myself as one of the lucky women. It was an awakening call to me. I realized that, oh, here I am. Actually, I'm a woman leader. And not many people have had this great opportunity. So really, I got excited. And I'm still excited about it.
I tell this story and people think it's a joke. When I was born in the hospital. My father never came to collect me. Because I was the fourth born and the fourth girl. I was unwanted. Totally. I was unwanted.
One of the things that I have learned is that women all over the world go through the same experiences. They are the disadvantaged group. So I realized that we need to help each other grow so that we can be recognized in society, because the attitude today is that women cannot be good leaders.
We've had an opportunity to visit many women leaders, and we've seen what they've achieved in their lives. So I've learned that I should not be an enemy of myself and other women. I should become friends. I should create networks with other women so that we help each other grow.
I learned that a woman needs to be assertive for her to be able to break the male-dominated society that is patriarchal in nature. So from that training, I learned to be assertive without necessarily becoming aggressive. It also gave me a chance to learn how to communicate effectively and positively.
You see, it's the way you hold yourself as a woman, yourself, which determines how are they going to treat me.
Meeting those powerful ladies, especially in Kenya, changes the way I look at things. So it has been a wonderful week. I've learned that it's only yourself who can carry your own ladder, because you know what you want. And nobody can push you, you can only push yourself. And I've learned to believe that the sky is the limit.
When I went back to my country after the trip to New York, I went and sat down and came up with a work plan of what I want to do and what I want to achieve, and I came up with a time period, and I got an accountability partner for myself. Out of that, I got a promotion. I'm going to be the finance manager of Kenya Women Finance Trust, and to me, I really achieved a lot, because out of it, I'm seeing the results are coming.
From that training, when I got an award, I developed greater passion for my job, greater passion for the institution I work for, and for the woman. The way I carry myself is not the way I used to carry myself, and the way I see myself. From that time, I developed confidence.
My name is Ramatulai. I'm from Gambia. Yes. I came to see how you approach. I really see myself as somebody who is very important in order to help other women to become as how I feel. because some of them feel that they are not important, they are not being associated in the society.
You know, women, they inspire me, especially when I remember what my mom went through. Even though she never had an opportunity to go to school, at least she got a chance of educating us. So, by working with the women, I know somehow I'm also helping some other girl children out there.
In our country, really, I will tell you the truth, women work more than men. They really suffer. So when I finish my schooling, I see that there is an opportunity for me to help the women.
As a person, I am interested in making a change in people's lives. So when I entered this institution, it was different from where I had been. I felt that it was creating a difference in the lives of people, in the lives of women.
Better from Isaro. And she said she repaid her loan and her working capital is her profit and she is benefiting out of it and she is still sustaining her business. She has 3 girls and she's sent to school.
You look back there at the community, you see that people really need to be given a hand for them to improve their livelihoods and their welfare, the welfare of the entire family. We really still need to support the women actively on ground, not just in Africa, but everywhere, because we are facing the same challenges everywhere.